I'm Terri Alpert. I'm the founder and CEO of two different catalog brands, Alla Volta and the Artisan Table, and we are located in North Branford, Connecticut. Currently have about 43 full-time employees and many part-time and seasonal employees. Well, frankly, I'm not sure in its current form, if it passes in its current form, if we can do it at all, which means we may well have to close our doors if there isn't some massive levels of simplification just to make it doable. Our companies sell handcrafted products. Alla Volta, which is our main company, its name means one at a time, and everything we sell is made one at a time. That means it doesn't have a UPC code, it's not in a national database. So even if we could overcome the enormous cost of integrating all these complex systems with our own proprietary in-house technology that we've developed over the last several decades, even if we could overcome that on an ongoing basis for a very small company, but a company that introduces about 1,500 new products every single year, we would have to, for every single product, figure out how it's classified in every single state, in every single municipality. So even if we overcame the integration costs, even if we could handle filing 46 plus different tax returns every month, even if we were never audited by any of those other states, we might not be able to just do the general care and feeding of feeding this system. And because our products are all unique, we are really democratizing access for a lot of small business people in the U.S. Many of whom were downsized from the corporate world, who always wanted to make something with their hands, who are very artistic in nature, and started their own home businesses, small businesses, where they're making just beautiful items that end up inspiring our customers. And our supply chain is all over the country and all over the world. And our customers really appreciate things that are incredibly special and that have been touched by the human spirit. They're never buying from us to avoid sales tax. The things that we sell, they can't find anywhere else. But for us to actually collect and remit sales tax for all of these jurisdictions is so undoable that I don't believe that we'd be able to continue to exist unless there's a massive level of simplification. First cost would be building the systems. No matter what free software might be provided, it's got to be integrated throughout our web software, throughout our CRM software, our customer relationship management software, throughout our warehouse management software where the customers are actually charged, throughout the return system. There's not a piece of code that wouldn't have to be touched to do this integration. And then we'd have to build mechanisms for capturing all the attributes of all of these products and determining how to classify them for all of the states. And then of course we'd always be at risk if we happen to classify them wrong. And that risk hanging over our heads could lead to a real level of paralysis if we could even do the work at all. So I can't put hard dollars and cents on this right now. I can tell you that it's impossible for me to believe that the systems integration work would not be itself be measured well into the six figures. As far as the ongoing cost of compliance, I'm very unsure, but one comparable data point I have is I've spoken with the CEO of about a $30 or $40 million business-to-business catalog company that's down the street from me, who has Nexus in 20 states. This company chose to have Nexus in 20 states because some of their business is business to government, and by creating Nexus in those states, they're able to supply those state governments with supplies to collect and remit the sales tax for those 20 states. And he chose to do this because it's worth their while to be able to get these extra revenues, but he has 3.5 full-time people just doing it for 20 states. And he has opted not to sell to the state of California because the cost of complying with the California sales tax laws would be greater than any incremental revenue he could achieve by selling to the state of California as a government. So when I look at what he's doing with 20 states, and I imagine doing it with all of the states and with all of the complexity, and his company is 2 to 3 times the size of my company, it's not doable. We can't afford to go and create those extra jobs that don't add value and that don't bring in revenue. We're you know, just barely making it right now as it is, and really want to continue to be able to allow our employees and all of our various artisans to continue to expand the economy, to bring people very special products that they treasure. And that's why we're here. That's what we want to be able to continue to do. If you're going to do this, make sure it doesn't have unintended consequences. We need a vibrant economic engine in this country. This is an enormous administrative toll on the small and medium businesses. And so if you really want to protect Main Street, protect the marketplace, don't set up something that's so complex that only the biggest companies in America will be able to sell to consumers.